some 8 or so years back, the newly minted 2011 Porsche 911 Carrera GTS as well as its fresh acronymic title attracted a great share of scrutiny. Aside from the few semi-cosmetic GTS trims within the bygone 928 as well as the Cayman, an all-inclusive GTS package would have been a new, scary thing. For some, it made the 911 and Panamera lineup more confusing than in the past, in the role of a cynical cash grab that has been too expensive for any non-product. Now, we realize better. The 997.2 GTS became one in the sweetest drivers from that period, and launched a prosperous model branch that's an unexpected and integral a part of modern Porsche. It's one to buy too, provided to suit your budget the extra cash. The new for 2018 718 GTS Twin should not be a surprise, then. Following the same GTS formula developed nearly 10 in years past, the range topping for the time being 718 Boxster and Cayman GTS essentially check the many available boxes about the dealer order form, with some Triumph-exclusive goodies added too for good measure. For an additional 10 grand in the S model, Porsche glues GTS script towards the rear decklet and adds a lot of money of battening down hardware. Porsche Active Suspension Management PASM is standard, out-of-the-box Porsche torque vectoring PTV which has a limited slip diff, and 13-inch front brakes pulled on the base Carrera that hide behind 20-inch wheels plucked in the Carrera S. For those who are never satisfied, Porsche will throw PASM Sport in the mix for the piddling $290, dropping the ride height down a different 0.8 inches. It will also put in a set of carbon ceramic brakes for the whopping $7,410. Aesthetically, the revolutionary GTS twins look subtly aggressive thanks on the standard sport design package, which adds modified front and back fasciae, accentuated by darkened script and trim. Inside, most surfaces are upholstered in Alcantara, with exclusive GTS script embroidered into your headrests. The Essential Sport Chrono Pack is standard at the same time, adding a superbly designed sport leader and stopwatch clock combo unit within the top with the dash. The wick is turned up for the same 2.5-liter turbocharged flat 4 based in the S, boosting output by 15 horsepower to 365 horsepower. If you follow the 6-speed manual, torque remains at 309 lb-ft, but PDK drivers are rewarded with a supplementary 8 lb-ft. Crucially, the engine speaks by way of a standard sport exhaust. At speed, the four-banger sounds tuner-chic, with aggressive snorting and crackling for the overrun. There's intake rush, turbo spool, and baritone boxer rumble. No, it doesn't have the same chainsaw rasp because last-gen 6-cylinder GTS, even so the Pancake Thor's bark is almost not a whisper. Here's my hypothesis: if the Boxster Cayman Duo packed flat for power on the get-go long ago in 1997, this wouldn't be described as a conversation. What's more, you'd probably praise the revolutionary iteration of four-bangers for upgraded vocal cords. They didn't, so now we are, by incorporating enthusiasts still moaning with regards to a car that's faster, more capable, and much better to drive than previously before simply because the sound has become perceived as good in lieu of excellent. Oh well, more in case you don't mind some whoosh into their commute. Out around the wooded and frequently mountainous byways of NorCal, both iterations with the GTS danced through any scenario tossed their way. It's incredible how long the baby Porsche originates. From the cockpit towards the chassis, there isn't a wisp of entry-level schmutz anywhere. Most of time was spent top-down in a very PDK-equipped Boxster GTS, crisping the vast majority of my extremities from the unsetting Cali sunshine. Even when filled with the optional PASM Sport, The Boxster was affable being a Miata when over a trafficked Toulon. With dual-mode exhaust, it's quiet enough, plus it makes all 317 lb-ft at 1,900 revolutions per minute, and so the transmission shifts slow and keeps the racket down. Dynamically, the Boxster is great through some in the more treacherously tight roads. The Boxster was flat and neutral, with light but direct steering. The drop-top 718 pops and hisses its way through decreasing radius turns with tremendous grip, thanks in part for the standard 23,535 front and 26,535 rear Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. A little extra power means a little more speed. Manual 718 GTS handled the 060 miles per hour sprint with the exact same urgency since the S, taking 4.4 seconds, though the PDK drops it down towards the 3.9 second mark, a 0.3 second improvement. You get 3 extra miles per hour about the top end too, now topping out at 180 miles per hour. It's fast, although not entirely unusable, even without miles of aero straight tarmac. In Sport Plus, PDK sports the stack needle deep, but I thought it was best to leave the machine in Sport for smoother transitions. Though $80,000 is fairly the chunk of change to get a Boxster Cayman, and that's without options, understand that when properly equipped, the GTS will probably outrun a base Carrera and possibly even a Carrera T, and you're not setting foot in of those at under $91,000. Trust me, you're about to want the excess power and hardware, so in cases like this, you're damned should you, damned in case you don't. When you do buy the Alcantara-covered Bullet, you'll be happy took action now. From the track to stop-and-go traffic, the 718 GTS is the one other perfect middle ground from Stuttgart. 2018 Porsche 718 Boxster Cayman GTS specifications. Price: $81,750 base. Engine: 2.5 liters 16 valve turbocharged flat 4 365 horsepower at 6,500 revolutions per minute, 309 lb-ft at 1,9500 revolutions per minute. Manual transmission. Transmission: 6-speed manual, 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Layout: 2-door, 2-passenger, mid-engine, RWD Coupe convertible. EPA mileage: 1925 City Hui. LXWXH: 172.9 by 70.9 by 50.1 inch. Wheelbase: 97.4 inches, weight: 3,032 pounds base. 060 miles per hour, 4.4 seconds manual, 3.9 seconds automatic. Top speed: 180 miles per hour.